All right, you guys, welcome to our dot/line plot notes. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be writing, and whatever I write, you write on your paper. Please feel free to pause at any time. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the title. We have two titles. It says dot/line plots. So I wanted to show you the difference. So go ahead and write this on your paper. And I will show you how to create these, but right now I'm just using these examples to make a point, okay? We have two different types of plots. Dot plots, which you want to write down on your paper, and line plots. Dot plots is when you use dots to organize data, much like what you see below. Okay, there's dot plots. Line plots is when you organize data with X's. Okay? So the only difference between these two, they're the same exact thing except for we use a different symbol. Dot plots use dots, line plots use lines or X's. Now let's talk about a few pieces of information that you're going to need in this video. This is our data set. First thing we want to do is read the information. It says the number of books read during distance learning. So I asked a few students how many books they read over distance learning. And we got a gamut or a variance of data. And you'll see all of these data pieces right here. See all those data pieces right there. Okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a line plot or a dot plot, either one. So if you look at the first box, what we're going to do first, it says to order the data. Order the data. So the first thing I want you to write is from least to greatest. So the first thing you want to get is the data, which are those numbers above, and we want to order them from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and start looking at the data, and we'll start crossing some things out. So I look to see what my smallest number is. I actually literally am going to run my pen across, and the smallest number I see is 0. So I'm going to cross that out and put a 0 here. I don't see any other zeros, so I think we're safe. The next thing I look for is a 1. So I'm looking for a 1, and I'm running my pen across. I literally am doing this, running my pen across to see if I see any 1s, and I don't see any. Let's look for some 2s. I'm looking for a 2. I don't see any 2s either way. Okay, so let's look for 3s. Is there anybody that read 3 books over distance learning? No, I don't see any 3s either. Okay, let's look for 4s. Let me look across. I'm going to run my pen across and see if I can find any 4s. Oh, that's not happening. Okay, I see 5, so I'm going to start crossing out 5. So I'm going to cross out that 5 and put it here. Okay, I'm going to cross out this next 5 and put it here. You notice I'm crossing them out. I want you to do the same thing. I'm going to cross out this next 5. Ignore that. It's just our bell. That's not our real bell. I'm going to cross out this next 5 and put it here. You notice I'm crossing it out, writing it, and then moving on. I'm going to put this next 5, I'm going to cross that one out, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to keep looking. I found another 5 here, so I'm going to put it there. I found another 5 here, so I'm going to put it down here. I found another 5, so I'm going to put it down here. You notice I'm just following the same pattern. I'm getting another 5, so I'm putting it here. I'm getting another 5, so I'm putting it here. I'm getting another 5, so I'm putting it here. And I see one last 5 at the end, so I will put it here. I don't scratch them out just in case I make some mistakes. I can go back and fix them. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm looking for 6s, which I see a lot of them. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's my first 6. Here's my second 6. Here is my third 6. My fourth 6, my fifth 6, my sixth one, my seventh one, my 8th one, my 9th one. It's really, really important that you take your time with this. And if you notice, I forgot 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I missed some. You have to be very, very specific when you're looking for these things. Take your time. Okay, let's look for 7s. I see 1 7. I'm going to put it down here. I see a second 7. I see a third 7. I see a fourth 7. I see a fifth 7. I see a sixth 7. And I see one more. Okay. Do you see? Oh, look at, I forgot one right here in the front. There's another one. You notice I forgot a 6 up in the front right here, so let's cross this out and put a 6. You double check my work, because just because I'm a teacher doesn't mean I make mistakes. I only see one more left, and that is a 12. So I know I don't have any 8, 9s, 10s, or 11s, but I do have a 12, so I'm going to write it here. If I wouldn't have crossed these out, I really would have messed up my data. Okay, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. So the next one says, create the number line with a range of data. Create the number line with a range of data. So I'm going to create my number line down here. My smallest number is 0 and my largest number is 12. Okay, my smallest number is 0 and my largest number is 12. All right, so I know I'm going to have to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now let's number it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we can do a dot plot or a line plot. I don't care. Remember, a dot plot has dots, a line plot has X's. I'm lazy, so I'm going to do dots, if that's okay with you guys. All right. So I like to use my highlighter because it helps me. You can use yours if you want. I have 1 0. Therefore, I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to put 1 dot on 0. Okay, there we go. Let's count how many 5s we have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 of them. So I have to put 12 dots on 5. So I go to 5 and I'm going to say I have 12 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's do another one. The next one I'm going to look for are my 6s. Okay, let's go to 6s. I have 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I have 13 6s. Okay, so now I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to draw 13 dots right now on the 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whew, this is a lot. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is 7s. I have 1, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I like to highlight them again. If you have a highlighter, it would be really good for you to do that. All right, let's highlight. I have 8 7s. So I have to find my 7, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then we have one more. We have a 12. I see that at the end, so I'm going to highlight that 12 right here. And so I know I have to go and put 1 dot on 12. I'm all done. So this might help if you, in writing, if you put, I have right here 12 people read 5 books. Okay, and over here 13 people read 6 books. And over here, I'm going to grab another color. We're going to say 8 people. I think it's 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 people read 7 books. Okay, let's keep going. Right here, 1 person read 12 books, and that person is what class? I think that is the blue class. Okay, and then there was 1 person that I surveyed that read 0 books. 1 person read 0 books. So it looks to me like most people kind of read like 12 or 13 books over break. Or not break, but distance learning. Okay, so now you're going to go to the next slide, and you're going to practice what you just did. Welcome to part 2 of our notes for shape and spread. We're going to be talking about the shape and spread of particular dot plots. You can also do the same thing with line plots, but I drew dot plots because it was a little bit faster for me. There are 2 names that we can save for each one, so I will try to simplify it and give you just one. Okay, the first thing I want you to write down is on top of this box, I want you to write the word skewed. Skewed. What does it mean when we're talking about skewed? Right? Skewed means to, in this case, go down. Okay, go down. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. All right, let me show you the first example. When we talk about this example right here, you notice that the dots are going down on the right-hand side. Therefore, we call this right skewed. Okay, right skewed. I'm going to use a smaller pencil so it's not as hard to read. Right skewed. So if I ask you the shape or the spread of this particular type of dot plot, you would say it was right skewed, which means it's going down on the right hand side. Okay, that means most of the data is distributed on the left. So most of the data is distributed on the left. Remember, you're writing everything down that I'm writing. If you need to rewind or you need to pause, please feel free. So the data is distributed more on the left-hand side. All right, let's go talk about our second one, which I'm pretty sure you'll understand right now. This one is going down on the left-hand side. Therefore, the name of this graph is left skewed. So because it's going down on the left, we're going to say it's left skewed, which means it's going down on the left. There's less on the left-hand side, okay? Most of the data is distributed on the right. So the data is distributed. Make sure you write this stuff down. Distributed on the right. That means most of the data we see is getting bigger and bigger on the right-hand side. Okay, you notice over here it's getting taller and taller and taller. Where over here it's getting taller on the left-hand side. So we have left skewed, which is going down on the left, and right skewed, which is going down on the right. Let's talk about our next one. Our next one looks like it's going down on both sides. Well, that's on purpose. When you see something that almost looks like a triangle where it's going down pretty evenly on both sides, there's a name for that also. And this particular name is symmetrical. Symmetrical. So let's write this out. It's symmetrical. S-Y-M-M-E-T-R-I-C-A-L. Symmetrical. Okay? In this case, when we say the data is distributed evenly, that means it looks the same on both sides, okay? So the data is distributed evenly. It doesn't look like it's going down more so on one side than the other. And this last one, it's kind of all over the place. And that's rightfully so. So when it's kind of all over the place and you don't see any kind of pattern, this is what we call no shape or spread. Same thing, no shape or spread. There's nothing in particular that gives us a shape, okay, or a spread. So we're going to say the data is not distributed evenly. So when we talk about what data is distributed, how it's laid out, you can talk about it being right skewed, which means there's less on the right hand side. Left skewed, which means there's not very much on the left hand side. Symmetrical, where it's basically the same on both sides. I could literally like draw a line going down the middle, and both sides, both the left and the right hand side, would pretty much look the same. And the one over here on this last one on my right hand side is when the data isn't really distributed anywhere. It's just kind of all over the place. Okay, there's really no shape to it. Now you're going to go to the next page so that you can do some practice identifying these different graphs.